First on our tour of this dino-dominated world is the transportation sector. Now, I want you to put your imagination to the test. Try to visualize a world where humans and dinosaurs coexist. In this fascinating world, our daily commute wouldn't be the same anymore. Imagine stepping out of your house in the morning, waiting for your ride, and instead of a car, you see a gigantic triceratops lumbering down your street. This is not an old ride, but a whole new experience. The triceratops, a three-horned dinosaur that once roamed the earth millions of years ago, is now your personal chauffeur. They are not just massive and awe-inspiring. They also provide ample legroom, unlike our cramped modern-day cars. Sitting high up on the back of this majestic creature, looking down at the world as you commute to work or school. Furthermore, consider the unique advantages that come with such an Uber ride. You wouldn't have to worry about traffic anymore. The size and might of these creatures would easily pave a way through even the most congested roads. Plus, the sight of a triceratops be enough to ward off any potential road ragers. Consider the three horns on the head of a triceratops. Not only do these make them look formidable, but they also guarantee a spot in the carpool lane. No more waiting in never-ending queues during rush hour. The triceratops, with its size and horns, ensures a smooth, hassle-free commute. Sure, they're a bit on the large side, but think about the legroom, and with three horns on their head, they're bound to be a shoo-in for the carpool lane. Next, let's venture into the world of sports. Soccer, for instance. Have you ever imagined what it would be like to inject a bit of prehistoric flair into the game? Picture for a moment the field swarming with velociraptors, their sleek bodies darting across the lush green, their claws digging into the turf as they chase after the ball with a fervor that only these agile predators could muster. It's an image reminiscent of the swift cheetahs on the African plains, isn't it? A rush of adrenaline, a blur of movement, a testament to the raw power and agility that nature has bestowed upon these fascinating creatures from a time long past. Now, let's shift our focus to the goalpost. Who better to man that crucial position than the sturdy Stegosaurus? With its broad body, formidable size, and spiked tail, it's a fortress unto itself. Imagine the sight of it standing its ground amidst the chaos of the game, an unyielding beacon of defense that would instill a sense of dread in even the most seasoned players. Its spiked tail alone would be enough to maintain a distance from those daring enough to attempt a goal. A game of soccer like this would be an exciting blend of agility and power, showcasing nature's most captivating creations in an entirely new light. Talk about a defense line that's hard to penetrate. Now consider the culinary scene. This is not any ordinary culinary scene, it's one right out of the prehistoric era with a twist. You're in a massive kitchen, the kind that would make top chefs green with envy. But the real wonder not in its sprawling counterspace, state-of-the-art appliances, or gleaming pots and pans, but in the towering figure that holds center stage. It's a Brontosaurus, the magnificent beast of the Jurassic period now donning an oversized chef's hat. A Brontosaurus as a chef you might have never imagined, right? When we think about the first thing that comes to mind is probably its sheer size. A gargantuan creature towering over everything in its vicinity, a testament to nature's unbound creativity. But in this culinary scenario, its size is not just for show. It plays a pivotal role and confers distinct advantages. So how would a Brontosaurus fare as a chef, you ask? Well, the answer is simple and quite intriguing. Chef Brontosaurus has a unique culinary style. With their long necks, they could easily reach the top shelf spices without needing a step stool. You can imagine the dinosaur, head raised high, carefully selecting spices from the top shelf, its powerful tail swishing thoughtfully as it decides between cumin, coriander, turmeric, or paprika. The concept might seem absurd initially, but one can't help but marvel at the ease with which our prehistoric chef manipulates its surroundings. It's a sight to behold, a beautiful blend of might and finesse. But be warned, whilst you enjoy this spectacle, you might want to duck when they turn around. Moving on to the realm of fashion. Here we are, stepping into a world where the lines between reality and fantasy often blur in a beautiful chaos. Can you envision the unusual? A world where aren't extinct but are instead the pinnacle of fashion, the very essence of elegance and style. Now picture this, a dapper T-Rex, yes, you heard me right, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of the dinosaur kingdom, strutting down the runway. It's an odd image, isn't it? But isn't fashion all about breaking barriers and setting new trends? Now, let's dress this magnificent creature in the latest haute couture, the finest clothing designed by fashion's avant-garde, the most exquisite silks, the most delicate laces. boldest colors adorning this ancient beast. There is a tiny glitch though, those short arms, they are adorable but pose quite a challenge. Imagine trying to put on a hat or tying a tie with those stubby limbs. It might seem impossible, but in the world of fashion, no hurdle is too high. Besides, that's where fashion assistants step in. They are the unsung heroes of the industry, always ready to lend a helping hand. So, in this fascinating and unusual world of fashion, we have our T-Rex, dressed to the nines, radiating confidence and ready to take the fashion world by storm. It's an absurd idea, but it's captivating. It's fashion. And that's what fashion assistants are for, right? And what about the music industry? Have you ever imagined a harmonizing trio of Parasaurolophus? Those magnificent dinosaurs with their extraordinary crests breaking into the music scene? Picture this. 3 gigantic herbivores on their hind legs, their elongated, hollow, tube-like crests acting as natural trumpets, producing a deep, resonating sound that echoes through the heart and soul of everyone within listening range. These musical dinosaurs, the Parasaurolophus, aren't just ordinary creatures. They are a unique, unimaginable blend of nature and music. The height of their crests, which varies among individuals, creates a variety of pitches, turning them into living, breathing, walking musical instruments. They could produce a range of tones and notes, much like a modern trumpet or trombone, a fascinating intersection of prehistoric times and jazz era. Suppose they were to make their grand entrance into the jazz world. With their unique capability to generate different resonant notes, they could potentially revolutionize the music industry. Their music, while admittedly on the louder side due to their massive size, has the potential to captivate audiences, its raw, powerful, and unfiltered sound. Picture them, lined up on a stage, heads raised high into the sky, their crests vibrating with the rhythm of their music. Think about their performances in crowded jazz clubs, open-air concerts, or even massive music festivals. People might initially be taken aback by their appearance, but once the Parasaurolophus start playing, their music could quite easily captivate the masses. And they could become the next big sensation. Their music might be a bit on the loud side, but hey, it's all about the acoustics. To wrap it all up, cohabitation with dinosaurs in the modern world opens up a plethora of humorous and engaging scenarios. One of these would be the sight of Triceratops taxi drivers, their enormous horns jutting out from the driver's seat, skillfully maneuvering their taxis through dense city traffic. They'd replace horns with loud, resonating roars, creating the perfect urban jungle. Then, imagine a velociraptor, known for their speed and agility, as soccer stars. Their lethal claws would be covered with specially designed athletic shoes, and their ferocious speed would make them the envy of every human player. They'd turn football into a fast-paced, high-energy spectacle, much more intriguing than what we're used to. Next, we'd be fascinated by the thought of Brontosaurus chefs. Using their long necks and tiny heads, they would be able to reach high shelves. Their gentle nature would surely translate into a delicate culinary artistry, creating dishes that are as gigantic in size as they are in flavor. T-Rex fashion icons, parading on a runway with custom-made designer clothes showcasing the latest trends. With their short arms flexing in sophisticated attire, they would redefine fashion, turning heads in every crowd. Lastly, picture a Parasaurolophus jazz musician using trumpet-like crest to produce soulful, jazzy tunes. These tunes would fill concert halls, creating a new era of music. The sound of their crest would be transformative, producing melodies that can soothe even the most savage beast. Life as we know it would be nothing short of extraordinary. Our whimsical exploration of a world where dinosaurs roam our streets, play in our sports teams, cook our meals, walk our runways, and play our music is a delightful reminder that the imagination is a playground without limits. So the next time you're stuck in traffic, cooking dinner, watching a soccer game, or listening to jazz, let your mind wander to this dino-dominated world. Who knows, you might just find yourself chuckling at the thought of a T-Rex trying to tie a tie or a Brontosaurus reaching for the paprika. Write in the comments what you think life would be like if dinosaurs walked the earth with us today.